Hello everyone, my name is Shazin. I'm going to do a small demo on my system I have been working on, which is a operational intelligence system for telecommunications. The system basically allows the operator and operational staff to see what's happening in their network near real time. So let's move on to the demo. I'd be logging on to the system as a operational staff in this example for the operator Dialog GSM, which operates in Sri Lanka. So as you can see, this will be the basic dashboard. In further things will be added in this dashboard. For the time being, it doesn't have much information, but this telecommunication elements menu has a lot of information which I'll be demoing shortly. So let's start off with the base stations submenu, which has a detail map submenu. So when I click on this, it will be showing all the base stations, or rather cell towers, which are available in Sri Lanka, spread throughout. This information is retrieved from the opencellid.org site. So a staff can directly see by clicking on a base station icon what's the LAC of that base station, what's the type of that base station, and what's the cell ID of that base station. So as you can see, in Colombo area it's highly congested, and as we move on to rural areas, it's much more spread out. So this sort of information is easily monitorable to any operational staff with this system. So moving on, if I go to connections, in this example, connections between two subscribers, it could be SMS or it could be call. So in that scenario, if if a operational staff want to know what's in a base station, how many calls or how many SMSs go through or did go through within a specified period of time, you can easily monitor using this heat map. So this will be the user interface for the heat map. So I have selected the connection type as call, which also has SMS. So I have already selected call here, and if I select a valid date range, it could be any range, but for this demo purpose, I'm starting the date from August 1st of August 2014, and I click apply. You will be seeing around Colombo, there's a small bluish area. So if you move closely, you can see the blue area is getting much more colors. So in this area, we can see it's getting reddish, which means this near this base station, this particular area's base station or cell tower, the calls have been much more active than the other areas. So if we move closely, we can see other areas are also getting red, which means those areas also been much more active. But you can see this area is still greenish, and this area is really light greenish, and there's one more cell tower which is just blue, which means it's not been that active. So with this, the operator can really easily monitor what's happening in their network near real time. And if the operator wants to know which subscriber called who, and what was the call duration and all, he can monitor with this social graph feature available in this system. So for example, if I select the August 1 as the starting date and apply, the operator will be able to see a social graph like this. which will be showing all the calls outgoing and incoming to all the users who are currently registered in the subscribers in the operator's network. So for example, if I click this user 0773481001, I can see, if I go onto this arrow, I can see he has called 779339999 user for 11 seconds, and the other user 2 seconds, the other user 10 seconds, etc. So if I want to, in particular, if I want to monitor only one user instead of monitoring all the users in the network, I can do that also really easily using this filtering. So which will only show me the calls originating and terminating from the user 773481001. So it's a really good monitoring tool where it will be easy for the operational staff to make decisions. So same heat map is available for data usages as well. We can see data usage type, upload and download within a certain period of time in a base station area, similar to the base connections heat map. And we can see how many devices which are currently available in the network, and we can see what are the SIMs which are currently registered in the system. So there's one more additional feature I have included in this system, which is it enables REST API calls. And for example, if I do a SOAP API call to the system, SOAP UI REST API call to this system, in this scenario I am going to recreate a call that is being made by two different SIMs, actually it's the same SIM. It has been illegally cloned. So the operator needs to know that there is one cloned SIM. So in a traditional system, it will take days or weeks or even possibly months to identify that a SIM has been cloned. But with this system, near real time, the user can find, the operational staff can find out using alerting systems that there's a cloned SIM. So this data I'm sending, which will demo the clone SIM scenario. So I am getting an alert saying that there's a possible clone SIM found in this the IMSI number of the SIM as well as the GPS coordinates of the last known location of the SIM. So this sort of information is really crucial for the operational staff and could be used to make really quick decisions by the operational staff, and which will enable network operators to reduce revenue loss and possibly increase revenue. So that's the small demo I have to do. Thank you for watching. If you have any information needed, don't hesitate to contact me in the email available in the comments in the description section. Thank you.